Qapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail heroic. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to kiss your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False first, important things are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a seaport planet. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest. With a special pride never written before. Or since tall words proudly say, we the people.
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Qapla, and welcome to Deep Space Nine Wednesday for March, what is it, 2nd?
Second, yeah.
Wow, 2022. And welcome to the panel, John DeMarco.
Thanks, always glad to be here.
Always good to have you. And anyone else would like to join the panel, I have put the link up at the top of the at the chat. It is a pinned link. I sent it to John, and he's really the only person I sent it to on Discord. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of going to all these different places to send the link to different people. If anybody wants to show up today, try yourself out. I just asked if you come up, please have a set of headphones so that we don't hear the stream in the background. That's all I ask. But anything else, come on up, try your hand at it, and we'll see how it goes. So it's up to you. Today's episode it's season 6, episode 25, which means next week is the season finale, Tears of the Prophets. But today is The Sound of Her Voice, the episode where they get a distress call on the Defiant and they rush against Hope to try to save her. Meanwhile, on Deep Space Nine, Jake follows Quark around as he knows he's getting something over on Quark. He needs some, I don't know, doing research as a writer to see how the villain, I guess, gets played. And so that's an unusual dynamic for the series. I think this is certainly, this is one of the hard ones, but it's certainly a good episode, certainly better than average Trek episode. Is it a better than average DS9 episode? I'd venture to say most people would say yes. I'm a little unsure. So when I rewatch it today, maybe I'll make up my mind by the end. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good episode.
Okay. So we'll see. John Araki, now I see your super chat, John Araki, for $1 that was sent at before 1:09 p.m. Sometime. And you were second, but I don't see who was first. So thank you, John Araki, and thank you for the super chat. And he says to Deej, happy growth scraping day for Deej, DJ Adi Salty. I think that's because Deej is getting older, as old as Salty, perhaps. His birthday's coming up.
Well, nobody's that old, though.
I know, but he maybe he's getting closer. Richie Poole says 3 Vok because he was third. And John DeMarco said greetings to everyone. 47 Yorktown says first Canadian. And John Araki is back and says, I wish a second Tuvok transporter accident had happened with Neelix and Ensign Kim to form 3 Vok or 3 Lix or 2 Vix Kim. 2 Vix Kim, perhaps. I would think 2 Vix Kim would have been more likely than 3 Vok. John Araki says missed opportunities. Keely Chow says, hey, everybody. Hello, Keely. Mike Richards is greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Bradley Briggs says, this is up, y'all. What's up, Bradley? CDJ says, greetings, Bird of Prey. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks, CDJ. It's all relative, I guess. Captain Trek says, hello, Captain. CDJ is going to be 50 this year. Not looking forward to it. Mama Prey says she wishes she was 50. Mike Richards says greetings to Captain Trek. And Captain Trek says hello back. Yeah. There was a good part of my life I couldn't imagine being 40, let alone 41, 42, or as I turned recently, 43. And Jesus Christ, this year, I guess I will be 44. The numbers never start going down again, do they? It's like with a war, and they tell you the headlines, whatever, injuries or casualties continue to rise. Well, they're not going to go down. It's not really a headline that they only go up. Once you have a war, you can only have more casualties, more deaths, more injuries. I mean, you're not going to have less. Like, oh, we found 3 people we thought were dead, but now they're alive. So it's, that doesn't work like that. It's not really news, is it? If it goes up, it's only news if it doesn't go up. But whatever. Mike Richards says, if it makes you feel better, in June I turn 65. Mike Richards. It does not make me feel better, Mike Richards, but well, no buts. Mama prays that she wishes she was 65 even. Still would be a not a downgrade. Still would be a younger version from Mama Pray. Drat, says Mike Richards. Anyway, let's get started here because I do have physical therapy after this. So head over to the screening room if you'd like to watch my coffee with me. It happens to be 960 PhD. Head over to birdofprey5.com/SR if you're live now with us. Otherwise, if you're watching this after the fact, for some reason, have your own copy of DS9, Season 6, Episode 25, The Sound of Her Voice. You might have it on DVD or get it from a streaming service like Paramount Plus or Netflix. Okay. I'm heading to the streaming room. Going to count down and hit play if you don't have any other way to watch it, then just keep watching it on YouTube. You'll get a screenshot every 10 seconds or so on the view screen. With that, counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. CDJ says his niece is going to be 6 soon. Seems like yesterday she was a tiny tot. So Odo comes in and saying all his Quark's bar stools need to be removed. Some obscure law saying that without a back on the stool, Morn could fall from his perch. Morn tries to get up. Quark argues and says his body weight is perfectly distributed. Plus, he can turn around now, and he can turn back. The Odo's being a real hard ass. That he could get vertigo from all the spinning. And Odo says, your appeal has been heard and rejected. And he's also come to his attention his Dabo wheel's in violation of some station regulation. But Kira comes by and says, Odo, are you busy? And says, not at all. She wants to go to a Klingon restaurant. And Odo immediately just leaves. Jake says, too bad about the bar schools. He kind of liked them. And he says, did you notice how much he changed the minute he walked into the room? She walked into the room. And Quark says, did you realize how much he changed? And the moment she walked in the room, Jake's like, they're in love. And he says, it's a distraction, and distraction is an opportunity. Now we got Cisco on the Defiant, and Cassidy Yates is on the Defiant. She agreed to work for the Federation or Starfleet as a liaison officer. Now, it's weird that they would take a Maquis sympathizer criminal, but I guess Cisco called in his favors.
I guess at this point they'll take anybody they can get.
Yeah, I guess so. Seems like it's all paperwork. No, you weren't. Wow, Cassidy calls out Cisco for being mean. Pop culture curator says, hail and Qapla vertebrae. Hope you and family are well as can be. As Carlo puts it. And hello to the chat. Thank you, Pop Culture Curator. The Ratharian sector, some kind of distress signal. Commander Gatsby's dead. Might be the only survivor. Pod is turn open. Rain is pouring in. Environmental suits are damaged. L class, barely breathable. We've seen major variations in how easy to breathe an L class planet is. 6 days at max warp. Six days in the wrong direction. That means at least 2 weeks to get home. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Do, do, do. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, da, da, da. Dun, dun, da, da, dun. Dun, da, da. Do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. CDJ says vertebrae. I don't know if I told you this, but my niece saw you on a stream once, and I said you were a bird, and she asked, "Where are his wings?" They're under my shirt. Oh. So O'Brien's trying to find a way to return the signal to her. O'Brien says she's all alone. The least she could do is listen. And Bashir says she doesn't know you're listening. You don't have to drive yourself crazy by listening to it. She's talking about herself, her home, her family. It reminds O'Brien about her cousin, his cousin.
Anyway, it's probably a lot more peaceful than listening to Keiko.
Oh, yeah. Man, is she going to be disappointed? I see those chairs rotate too. Mark says if you picked out the gift. It's like, gift? What gift? He's like, you do know what Saturday is, Quark. Odo's like, what's Saturday? And it's the 1 month anniversary of your first date. He says, I suppose it is. And Quark says, and you haven't picked out a gift. Odo's like, why should I? A man has experienced unrequited love for the better part of 3 years. And now he knows why should they experience their anniversary. Quark doesn't want to deal with it. There's a whole promenade of shopkeepers. Odo says a 1 month anniversary gift. And he asks Jake, have you ever heard of anything so ridiculous? Jake gives a pretty like a nod, like, yeah, it's actually pretty normal. Odo likes to pretend he's not looking for something, but he is.
We would never want to admit that he's actually listening to Quark about something.
Character research. An easy promise to make when his father's not on board. So depressing. With any luck, Starfleet got the results of their scans as they were closing in on Federation space.
I have to wonder how exciting it was to spend 8 years in the Beta Quadrant.
Better than scanning gaseous anomalies.
That's true. Try to contain your enthusiasm there, Ben.
I'm still here. I just don't want to talk to you anymore. Computer, slow down the shit. And he was a human, so that was very weird. What a necklace. Go to Vix. I knew that this was a fake out before they cut the commercial. The very first time I saw this episode. Then I cracked up laughing at this part.
As they'll pretend to be eating to get the doctor's attention trick. It works every time.
Captain Track says, Sleepo Pray, are you sleeping good? I am sleeping well, Cap, but I am not asleep now, nor have I been asleep for any part of this episode so far.
Yeah, what a surprise that someone that used to serve on the Enterprise D would not be impressed with the idea of having a counselor.
I thought she was the commanding officer. Now she's captain.
Well, I think she had her captain's her rank, but she was commanding officer of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Captain Track says, Bird of Prey, then it seems you only fall asleep on streams I am on. Well, maybe it's the time of day. Mike Richards says, Bird of Prey, I finally got to see what we left behind yesterday. I thought it was pretty good. Very cool, Mike Richards. Mama Gray says it was. Don't mix your professional life with your personal life. It's a good warning. Don't serve on the same starbase as your sister. Hello, Kronos.
Looks like they had some shipping crates from Triskelion back there.
Kronos asks, how is everyone? I think we're all okay, Kronos. If anyone wants to say otherwise.
Doing good, thanks,
Feel free.
Kronos. And of course, Ono has been listening the whole time.
Mike Richards says, Hulk smash the like button. Thank you, Kronos. CDJ says, Kronos got KP Peanuts, Pepsi, and watching DS9. all as essential ingredient. And here it comes out. Odo knew he was smuggling the crystals the entire time. He'll get this one, but just this one.
Rule of
Kira.
acquisition number 76. Every once in a while declare peace.
Passive scans only. He's not giving up. That looks like the NX-01.
Bradley Briggs asks, what is the difference in a passive scan and a non-passive scan? Well, this is the kind of things that Darren could probably answer a lot better. But the opposite is an active scan, which I know like in sonar, I think you're actually sending out a pulse that bounces back. But a passive, it's more like you're just listening.
Qapla, Dr. Alex. What's the difference between a passive scan and a non-passive scan? A passive scan probably doesn't send out any initial wave into the environment and then wait for the reflection. That would be a passive, but with a ping. There's that nasty rain. The atmosphere doesn't look very toxic from what we see. Carlo would have thought it would be a waste of space for a ship that small to have a shuttlecraft. So they've been talking to someone from the past. It was just a happy coincidence that the audio went to the future, passed through a barrier, and telling them from the past also turned the barrier back.
Yes, they're going to take her back and give her a proper burial among friends, not just leave her on some random planet covered in rocks. Nobody would ever do that for a starship captain, would they?
Almost. Hang on. It's time for an old fashioned funeral. Someday we're going to wake up and find that someone is missing from our circle. And we shouldn't have to mourn alone. Who mourns
Sure,
with mourn.
I'm sure that's not foreshadowing or something.
Yeah. So apparently, all the mistakes that were made in seasons 1 and 6 through 6 were to prepare us for this moment. Not because they don't know how to write or act. But now my face goes gray. Because after next week, unexpected territory in the season 7.
Well, I thought it was a pretty good episode. I usually like the ones that focus more on character. You still awake, Bird?
Yes. Oh, shit. I dozed. Right at the end. Qapla Basco. CDJ says actually watching paint dry is better than move along home. Carlo agreed, and CDJ gives us a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think it's 7 out of 10 too. Kronos says, yes, of course. Qapla. Kronos. Sleepo Prey strikes again. Yes, Carlo. John, did you have any different thoughts on this after watching again? Or pretty much as you thought?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I like the focus on the characters.
Yeah, I didn't remember how much Odo and Jake played a part in this. So I think that definitely helped. Not that I disliked the mission to save her, but it's kind of a sad all for nothing kind of thing. And in rewatching it, especially after seeing Cisco talk about the war in the first one, just makes it hard to believe that everybody would glance over the date so much that nobody noticed she was 2 years out of date. I don't know. Just makes me hard to believe that really happened like that. But I do think it is a better episode than most. So you know what? Maybe I'd even go with a 7.5 out of 10. Maybe even an 8. But good stuff. I had fun with the Quark Jake thing. I had fun knowing Odo still knew that he was on top, but he let Quark have his win. And even Kira knew what was going on, but they decided to just let Quark have this. So yeah, of course, Quark doesn't keep that money later on. So. Oh well. Basco, Lowell, you dozed off. Yeah, it happens. Hail Karoga, says Carlo. Corona says you all still rock. CDJ says, I like these episodes that open up insights into characters without massive oh my god moments. Captain says the Basco doing all right. Need to talk to you at some point. And Captain says, really happened like that Is Star Trek real? No, I'm not saying it really happened, but I just like to see a little bit more realism in my DS9 episodes. But such is it. We'll deal. Not gonna ruin my enjoyment of the episode or the series. John, anything you want to say before we go?
Thanks again for having me on the panel, and thanks for doing all these DS9s. It's a lot of fun.
You're welcome. Next week we'll close out the 6th season with Tears of the Prophets. It's basically like a 3-part episode, but they all have different titles and did not air at the same time, so they will be presented as 3 separate weeks, as they were originally intended. Qapla all, bird and panel out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Bird O' Prey 5 needs. At the main Bird O' Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Bird O' Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Bird O' Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Kuroga.